Whenever the monster raises its head, people need to be careful, because just making any sound could lead to disaster. Unexpectedly, the monster fell into a trap this time. It turns out that just as all of humanity was about to be destroyed by the alien monsters, two Indians racked their brains and finally figured out how to capture them. They move the container to an open field, then hide on both sides. As soon as they press a homemade simple remote control to activate the speaker on top of the cage, it immediately attracts the monster. At the moment it enters the cage, they press the remote again, and the bars drop instantly, trapping the monster. However, the other side is extremely strong, and quickly smashes several dents into the container. Seeing this, Chung Mao quickly took out a homemade weapon and sent the monster northwest with a dynamic light wave. Seeing the success of the first test, the two exchanged glances, understanding each other without words. They knew they must now hurry to completely eliminate these invading monsters. With the second press of the remote control, the next monster came at the sound, and was unsurprisingly trapped in the cage, simply sent northwest with one shot. Then came the third and fourth, as the number of killed monsters grew. The more they killed, the more they relaxed, their coordination becoming smoother. They even started switching roles to let each other experience the thrill of killing monsters. Now, with just a click of the remote, they could easily capture the monsters, making the whole process simpler than eating a meal. 3 days later, the monster corpses were piled into a small hill. At this rate, Earth would soon be safe again. So after a simple lunch, the two were about to continue. But this time, when the monster was drawn into the container, the remote control in Chung Mao's hand malfunctioned. He had forgotten to change the batteries. The sudden situation made them tense, and they watched as the monster, unable to find a target, began climbing out of the cage. Longhair quickly unscrewed the back cover of the remote control, intending to replace it with new batteries. But even the slight sound of closing the cover was heard by the monster, which then began to advance towards Longhair step by step. Yet, the fixed remote still failed to work, as he watched himself about to be eaten by the monster. Sigh. After this crisis, the two dared not be overly confident again. Only after confirming everything in advance did they restart the speaker in the cage. But this time, it played for a long time, without attracting any monsters. Could they be immune to this sound now? The one with short hair could only try to switch to pop music, but still no monsters appeared. It seems they have been completely eradicated. They joyfully danced and clapped in celebration. Unexpectedly, as they clapped, the ground started shaking. They realized something was terribly wrong and looked up to see countless monsters surrounding them, charging toward them madly. How will you handle this situation now?